Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Introducing from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing in at 210 pounds, your Italian hero, Joey Image!
Hey everybody, how are you? Joey Image here with That Image Guy podcast. We are on episode 19, and this is going to be a pretty quick, short one. I'm going on vacation. I'm leaving Wednesday morning, and I just wanted to get something out there for this week, and I'm returning on Thursday the 19th. So about a week and a day or so. Thursday's really a travel day, but I wanted to get something done so I can get it released for this week, and next week will be late. I'll probably do something Thursday night, if not Friday morning. So, how's everyone doing? How was your weekend? How's this week going for you? I hope everything's good. First of all, before I actually get started talking about what I want to talk about, which is really just last weekend and this coming vacation, I want to thank a few people. Nobody by name because I don't remember, but I was watching the WWE Breaking Ground show earlier, and I was posting on Twitter about it, how watching those guys go through training and taking their bumps and their drills, etc., kind of made me think of when I was training back in early 2000, mid 2000, and how I kind of, we had to do the same thing. We did all the calisthenics, and we did all the bumps and the drills and stuff. So it kind of made me think of that, and I was kind of pouring my emotions out, really, just kind of saying how it sucked that that I'm now no longer able to do that. That was my childhood dream. It's all I've wanted to do since I was 9 years old, was wrestle. So, long story short, I basically just want to thank the people that showed me respect and responded to those tweets in a way that showed respect, showed some thanks, and there were people that said, "Hey man, you know what? No matter how I forgot what it was. Somebody said something like, no matter how I feel right now, I still got to live my dream," which is really cool. And I mean, regardless of how great I was or how shitty I was as a wrestler, either however you see it, however you look at it, I appreciate the people that respect the guys like me that are unknowns. And it's very cool that there's people who will respect unknown guys just for putting on a pair of boots and like having the balls to get in the ring and do it and chase their dream. Regardless of what my dream is, it's cool that there's people who will respect other people just for chasing their dreams, regardless of how silly that person still may think they are. So I appreciate that respect. And again, I've never done anything of super merit. I've done stuff with named guys, but I've never been worked for any of the big companies or pay-per-view, anything like that. So I mean, I've done pay-per-view, but independent pay-per-views. So it's cool that there's people that still respect guys like me, even though I haven't quote unquote made it. So I appreciate that, and thanks to those Twitter people. Again, I'm sorry that I forgot names, but it's hard to remember some of the wacky usernames that people kind of come up with. But anyway, moving on. This past weekend, Friday and Saturday, was Blizzcon. I talked about that last week, and I'm going to steal a phrase from Chris Metzen. He coined the term Blizneyland, and I would like to say that when BlizzCon happens, I get so pumped about it that for me, it's like going to virtual Blizneyland, and it's very, very cool. Every year they do it, as I explained in my last episode, and a lot of cool stuff coming out this year. The release dates were not necessarily announced, but they were posted on Amazon and GameStop.com for Overwatch, which is, I think, June 21st. And then the World of Warcraft Legion expansion pack is September, I think, of 2016. And then Legacy of the Void, which is the third and final expansion for StarCraft 2, that comes out, or the third part, I should say, not necessarily the third expansion. I think it's the second expansion. I think Heart of the Swarm was the first one, and Legacy of the Void is the second one. But that, I believe, comes out this Tuesday, if not yesterday. So I'm looking forward to all three of those. I'm still kind of torn on Legacy of the Void because I got StarCraft 2, loved it, beat it, and then when Heart of the Swarm came out, the first expansion, I played it, but, I bought it, but I never played it. So I still haven't played that. I don't even think I've installed it. I think I just bought it and it ended there, and I never actually went through with playing it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to actually get Legacy or not. If I do, it won't be anytime soon. I never got Reaper of Souls either for Diablo 3. So Diablo 3 was very much StarCraft 2-ish for me in the sense that I played it and beat it and then never played it again. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But I'm very much looking forward to Overwatch. I've already pre-ordered it for PlayStation 4, which, to me, a Blizzard game on a console is not something I've ever done before. other than like Lost Vikings and Rock and Roll Racing, I think it was called, for N64 or something like that. But I mean, those are old school titles. I'm talking about like newer, current stuff. Like they put Diablo 3 on PS4. I never got it. I had it on PC. So my only issue with that is I have friends that want to play on PS4. And I also have friends that want to play on PC. So I don't know. I'm going to end up playing PS4 because I already pre-ordered it. But I don't know if maybe I should get the PC version as well. I don't know. I'm going to have to see how many people there are that I can play with on each platform. I'm likely just going to, at least as of now, I'll probably just stick with PS4. Because also I don't like the fact that I'm going to have separate progress on each system because they're not connected servers. PS4s get their own game servers. Xbox One will have their own game servers. PC will have their own game servers. So there's not going to be cross-platform gameplay as it pertains to online. So I don't know. I'm going to have to see how I feel about that. But anyway, a lot of really cool stuff came out of BlizzCon. Check out BlizzCon.com for all the announcements and news. I know the opening ceremonies are on YouTube, which is also very cool. There was a lot of movie stuff that came out that they talked about. The trailer was online. I think it's 3 minutes long or 5 minutes long, something like that. It looks really, really good. Like, the story looks cool, and the CGI looks awesome. There's one part where they zoom in on an orc, I think it was. It's either an orc or an ogre, I forget which. I think it was an orc. And if you just look at their eyes, the CGI is so, like, realistic and lifelike. It's amazing. So I would definitely check that out. If you're on my Facebook, I linked it on my Facebook. Otherwise, just go to YouTube. Look for World of Warcraft official trailer. It's out there. So what else? So that was Friday and Saturday. A lot of Blizzard stuff. Saturday night, I missed there was a Linkin Park concert on BlizzCon, which I missed. I'll have to go back and watch that. I bought the virtual ticket, which entitles you to, I think it's 2 weeks of replays of the videos after the BlizzCon event actually happened. So within the next 2 weeks, I mean, again, I'll be on vacation for 1 week, but that still gives me a week to go through and watch the rest of the BlizzCon stuff I missed, which wasn't really all that much, but I'll definitely check out the Linkin Park concert. But I missed Linkin Park because I was at another concert myself. Judas Priest played at the Prudential Center in Newark. So for the, I think, 8th time or 7th time, I went to see Judas Priest. 7th time I've seen him. 2nd time my girlfriend's seen them. We went together last year. They played in, I think, November of 2014 or late October of 2014 at what was then the Izod Center, formerly the Meadowlands, formerly the Continental Airlines Arena, formerly the Brendan Byrne Arena, which is now gone, closed down. And Saturday they played at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. It was an amazing show as usual. They always put on such a great show. Mastodon opened for them. I never really got into them, but they weren't terrible live, so I'm going to have to check out a couple of their CDs. I found them on Apple Music, just haven't saved anything or listened to anything yet, but they weren't awful, put it that way. People that were at the show that I knew told me that they're definitely better live than they are on, CD or recorded or whatever. So I'm going to have to check that out anyway, even though this is my first exposure to them, so hopefully they're up to par, I guess. But I mean, to me, I know they've been around a while, and to me, they're new because, as I said, Saturday was the first time I had really heard anything by Mastodon. So I'm sure there's stuff that they didn't play that I would dig that I'll find on CD or Apple Music or whatever. So I'm going to check that out ASAP. What else? Let me see. So that was Saturday. Sunday was just a relaxing day that was, I think, filled with, if I remember correctly, video games. Actually, Sunday I had lunch with a couple buddies and then went home and played games. So yeah. Was relaxing. I've spent, a day or so packing, and I'm ready to leave this Wednesday to go to Florida. I will be flying out Wednesday morning, landing in West Palm Beach, and then hitting Orlando Wednesday, Thursday. My parents have a house in Fort Pierce, Florida, which is 9 miles from the Port St. Lucie Civic Center. So I will be going to the CWE show in Port St. Lucie on Friday night, and then 9 miles away is my parents' house. So we're going there, doing a whole bunch of stuff, I'm going to be seeing a bunch of wrestling friends throughout the course of the week. Got a couple dinners lined up with some people that, I'm not the name dropping kind of guy, but let's just say they're people that you have heard of or seen on TV. But, that's going to be cool. I haven't seen either one of these people in a while. There's, let me see, 1, 2, there's 4 or 3, possibly 4 or 5. Depending on who can make it out, whatever nights that I haven't seen in a while. So it'll be cool. I mean, of course, I'll put pictures on my Instagram or my Facebook or my Twitter or whatever. So if you're curious to see who I'm talking about, they'll be on there. What else is going on? I think that's really about it. Florida is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't been there since 2008, which me and a bunch of guys, a bunch of wrestlers / workers and a couple referees drove down in 2008. Hung out for a week. It was great. Hung out on the Lazy River for a while. It was beautiful. Hung out in Orlando. This time I'm hitting a whole bunch of cities. I'm landing again in West Palm. Then I'm going to Orlando. From Orlando, we're going to Port St. Lucie. From there, Fort Pierce. From there, Tampa. And then St. Augustine and or Tallahassee. I'm not sure yet. Then Clearwater, I believe, which will be maybe Sunday or something around there. So there's a lot lined up, a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to hang out with my sister for a couple days, who I haven't seen my sister in probably 6 or 7 years. It might actually be longer than that if I remember correctly. So I'm going to spend a couple of days with her. My girlfriend and I are going spend a couple of days with her and probably in St. Augustine. She lives in Tallahassee, but she works in, on Wednesdays, she works in Jacksonville, I believe. So we're going to hang out in the general vicinity of Jacksonville on like Tuesday, and then she can go right to work on Wednesday morning. So we've just got a lot of plans, a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm going to be taking a million pictures. I think it was for her birthday. I bought my girlfriend a new camera, like a Canon, I don't know, SLR or whatever the hell they're called. So I bought her one of those, so we're going to have that with us. Take some really nice photos. Again, I'll have my my phone with my iPhone 6s Plus with me, so I'll be posting some pictures as well. And maybe I'll Periscope once or twice while I'm down there. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on. But otherwise, just it's going to be a fun trip, man. Just a week away to relax and kind of see some friends I haven't seen in a while. See my sister I haven't seen in a while. And that's about it. I mean, there's really not much else to do. Or I should say, I don't have time for much else to do. I've got a lot of my days in Florida already planned out and hotels booked and stuff. So I don't really have a lot of time to do anything other than what I plan on now. I'm hoping maybe 1 or 2 days will for some reason, maybe a couple hours will free up where I can do something cool that I didn't have planned. Go sightseeing or maybe hit a Universal Park or Disney or something. I don't know. I really kind of wanted to go to SeaWorld because I haven't been to SeaWorld in a while and I love it. But I don't think that's going to happen this trip. But I'll be back, I'm sure, next year sometime. Again, it's been since 2008 that I've even been to Florida. And I wanted to go every year if I could. But didn't work out that way. Starting to rain here, but it's okay. It's about time for me to cut this off. I'm sorry this is so short, like I said, but wasn't going to be long. Just want to go over a couple things and kind of get an episode out there. But I want to thank everyone for listening, everyone for downloading and subscribing, and I want to thank all y'all for the support and the respect, as I said earlier. I hope everyone has a great week and a great weekend, and please look me up on Twitter at JoeyImage. Follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/realjoeyimage. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Again, my show will be late, probably Thursday or Friday. So I shall talk to y'all then. Take care.